Hello, I'm going to start talking about my experience with the unit and then about my psychoplanning, finishing with the methodology of the unit and my final thoughts. So, my experience with this unit was, to my ex, experience of being as both a student and teacher. Since I'm in this year, I started with my ELAB. It was really useful. It was really important because it helped me to understand what it was wrong with the school I was in and what it could be possible to do to fix those issues. It showed me a different perspective of education, a more humanitarian and more equal perspective, and it helped me to realize what was possible to do to fix the issues that we have: discrimination, gender bias, all those kind of issues that shadow our society. It can be fixed thanks to what we saw this unit, that was inclusive education, showing students that everyone can have an equal chance and everyone must have an equal chance. So, from my experience with the unit, I have to say that it really enriched my own perspective about what I thought of education and helped me to um, have a more wider perspective about it. So it was a really useful and important unit for me, and also with all the readings and information that was provided to us. As I said before, it helped me to understand what was happening in the school beyond what I could see inside the classroom. Now, in terms of my psycho planning, I have been keep doing the same. I have been doing along the year. I was reading books, short stories, and material in English that is outside the educational topics and stuff, so I could have a more varied vocabulary that is not just so much formal. I was doing that to, as I said, improve my vocabulary and also my reading comprehension skills. I was also trying to improve my writing skills. I was using some worksheets that I found online and varied exercises that I could find from time to time, but nothing really life changing, for I were to say. Just small exercises to try to improve slowly but surely, I think is the correct expression. I was also trying to improve pronunciation. I have been speaking with some friends that are from abroad, so I have been trying to keep in touch with them so I could keep practicing my speaking skills outside the classroom in the university. But due to time constraints, I haven't had the chance to really practice that much. So in this semester, I was only able to improve reading skills and vocabulary, as I said. Now, in terms of the methodology of the unit, I have to say that I found it really different. It was more about what we can do with the knowledge and content that we were seeing than the content itself. If we were talking about discrimination and segregation and so on, the classes were more focused on how can we fix that, where can we find those issues, and what can we do about them from the perspective of education. I've also found really useful the workshops that we did on Fridays. We did some uh, centered on grammar, speaking, and also the relation between what we were seeing as content and what can we see outside in society and reality. So, in terms of grammar, we did a bunch of activities that were like writing a paragraph with certain requirements, like certain kind of expressions and so on. And we did that because we have a more communicational aim in the careers in the degree. So at least to my understanding, my and our weakest ability is writing. So we kind of need that in order to teach in a classroom. It's not on in a classroom we are not just going to be speaking. We also have to be writing, and we have to be accurate and precise and know what we are doing. We also did some speaking activities that were focused on the pronunciation of certain words related to topic, how can we express ourselves, how to be precise and accurate in terms of communication. And the final one was relate in how can we relate the content that we are seeing with society outside the classroom. And I think that was one of the most useful when we talk about the content and how can we use it up in society. How can we fix the issues that we are seeing, and what can we do about everything in terms of teaching, in terms of preparing future generations toward a better society. So I think that I believe actually that this semester was really useful for me as a teacher more than as a student, because it was centered more on what can I do about the issues that I see that what I know about the issues I'm seeing. So it felt more action oriented than just theory oriented. Well, this has been my journal, and thank you very much for listening, and good.